Our current president, Dr. Gerbino, who succeeded Dr. Allen Misher, once said, quote, "Allen Misher's vision and passion for education in the humanities and social sciences has led to the expansion of the curriculum for all USP students." I wanted to know, what was the vision you had, Dr. Misher, and can you describe a little bit of the before and after world?
Thank you. Complex instrumentation. It's a pleasure to be here today. I haven't been here for a while. Really good to see the campus and my colleagues from time gone by. I'll try to answer the question as briefly, as straightforwardly as I can. My objective, let me say my intention, maybe more than my vision at the time, was to broaden the academic base of the college, then the Philadelphia College of Pharmacy and Science. Now, the real question is, why would you want to do that? I mean, here we were talking about an institution that had an extraordinary academic reputation, nationally, if not internationally, well-earned, well-deserved. Its academic, its education in the basic sciences and the professional education in the healthcare curriculum was absolutely exceptional in every way. And I guess just a little history, if you'll forgive me, because probably only 95% of those in the room know this history. The reason I thought that was important goes back to the founding of the institution in 1821 as the Philadelphia College of Pharmacy. Very circumscribed, very focused, objective. This was not the University of Pennsylvania or George Washington University. This was the Philadelphia College of Pharmacy and Science, and that's exactly the focus, the resource commitment, and the excellence that they put together. And they did that with great success, exceptional success, for well over 100 years in that focus and training pharmacists for this nation. And those of us who know the college well, which is probably everybody in the room, understands that pretty much the genesis of the pharmaceutical industry in the United States, and to some degree even in Britain, was due to the activities of graduates of that institution. So it was very, very sound in its academic program, in its focus. But the focus was relatively narrow, obviously, and for good reason. I guess it was about 1932, just a child at the time, when it became the Philadelphia College of Pharmacy and Science, which broadened out its academic programs and its perspective very narrowly. Other programs were added over time, whether it be medicinal chemistry, pharmacology, physical therapy, but it was still very narrowly focused. And it was that commitment to basic science education and that excellence which actually encouraged me to come here. And I received everything I could have hoped for. However, I found my life experience when I left the college was such that I came to understand the true value of greater exposure, either in your private life or as a student, to the humanities. What that added to you personally, most importantly, even socially and even in your profession, because you're not always dealing with people who are trained as you are in the same kind of discipline or basic science. There is a perspective that comes when one has the opportunity to study philosophy or literature, other cultures, language, music, art. There's a broadening of your background, like when you learn anything. And it was very clear to me that that was a requisite for an educated person. It is something that the university or college literally owed their students was the opportunity to explore that broadening in the humanities. I never gave it much more thought than that because it was not my expectation to come back to the college. But when I did, and I came back with a real sense that for two reasons. Number one, it was what the college owed its students, was the opportunity to broaden their horizons in that fashion. And it also provided the college an opportunity to consider alternative futures as well as they broadened their academic base. One such opportunity was to move towards university status on a firmer academic and broader base. And that was really my motivation and my intention when we started down this path, nothing more than that.
You must have, having the perspective of a student, I know you thought about things like where students live and how they experience their time while they're on campus. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, not having had, I came to the school, to my undergraduate education, after I had been out of high school for quite some time, 4 or 5 years, military, doing a whole bunch of different things, and never really experienced what would be the traditional college campus life at all. Though I had a sense of what the value of that would be in the holistic experience of being a student, coming at the age of 18 or 19 or 20, and spending those formative years in an environment that was encouraging from the social point of view as well as from the intellectual point of view. I thought a commuter campus, which was what this was by and large when I was here as a student, was not the optimal environment to achieve what should be one of the primary objectives of a college or university in nurturing their students. So I thought, in addition to expanding the humanities and social science base, the academic base of the institution, that it would be of great benefit to the college as well as the students to move towards a residential campus rather than a commuter institution. It was all part of the, if I can use that term, part of the vision as to what I would have hoped the college could evolve to over a period of time. Its history was superb, but very circumscribed. And the question was, could we build on that history, that legacy of generations of excellence, and move it forward on a broader base, but maintaining that same culture of academic excellence? That was the intent. That was the purpose.